Now, before we enter the cell, we will not be able to see the cytoplasm, so I've prepared this fish tank. The water represents the cytoplasm, as you can see, just the stuff filling the cell. It fills up all the empty space, it gives it a little bit of structure. And the fish and the rocks and decorations of assortments, they all represent organelles of different types. Of no specific type, but they represent the organelles. The water is the cytoplasm, just lets everything hang out in there. And I guess technically the glass could represent the cell wall or the cell membrane. So there you have it, cytoplasm. Nucleolus is a membrane-bound structure in the center of the nucleus, which is in the center of the cell. Now, the nucleolus's job is to build ribosomes and spit them out, like so.
Ribosome, 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 ribosome.
Ribosomes are the tiniest organelles in the cell. Their job is to read genetic code and make proteins, like so.
Now the next step in the tour is the vacuole. The vacuole's job is to store stuff, like energy and water. It stores stuff inside the vacuole, like so. If you would observe, this energy is now being transferred over into the vacuole. You see that? Easy. Just like a closet. Now, next place we are is the nucleus, right? Which is the information center of the cell. Processes, controls all the cell functions, if you will. Like so. See? Working hard. Or hardly working. Over there. Information. All that nice stuff. That's right. Controls everything. Processes and whatnot. There you have it. We're still here on our tour here. Right now, we're viewing the mitochondria, which is over there. Now, the mitochondria's job is to convert energy like that into a form that the cell can use. Observe, as the energy goes towards the mitochondria is transforming it into a form the cell can use now. Now, the cell can now use this energy to do functions and whatnot. Here we have a lysosome. Its job is to break down stuff like big chunks of food, carbs, lipids, and proteins, and whatnot. It breaks it down to smaller pieces so that the stuff can then be transferred and processed through other organelles in the cell and used by the cell. So, there we have it, breaking it down right there. Smaller pieces, it's all good. Now, the next step on our journey through the cell is the endoplasmic reticulum, or as most people call it, the ER. The ER's job is to modify proteins and transfer them along to other parts of the cell. If you'd observe, you see, modifying the proteins and passing them along. You see, it's transferring the cells to different parts of the cell, or transferring the proteins, rather, if you'd excuse me for that. If you can see, it's really quite...
Tragically, my buddy has been used by mitochondria to be used for energy in the animal cell. Moving away from the animal cell, we find ourselves in a plant cell, where we experience the chloroplast using energy from the sun to make energy for the cell. Observe.
Photosynthesis, 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 photosynthesis.
The cell wall is much like the cell membrane in an animal cell, except in the plant cell, the cell wall not only provides protection, but it provides structure to the cell.
Now, where should I go next in the cell? Not sure. Well, I think we've covered all the animal cells, cell parts. I think. Oh no! No! No!